Why is it so hard to be in a relationship, being an entrepreneur with ADHD and having to be independent to an extent? Why can't the other person understand why I'm an entrepreneur with ADHD and it's difficult? So I can speak to this. And I mean, if I'm dating somebody, I'll let the girl know rather early on, sooner than later. Like, I have ADHD. This is how I move, so and so forth. And I'm not telling you how I am for sympathy. I don't want sympathy. I'm just telling you that this is my system right now. I'm learning a couple of things I can do better, but right now this is how I operate. But it's difficult to find somebody who can work within your system and who's compatible with you. That's the thing. It's really difficult. So sometimes it's best to figure out what's a priority to you at that time. Is it your business? Is it the relationship? You can manage both, but it's going to be some work. Because if you're dating somebody, that person needs to be a priority. I don't know how other way I can say that. If you're dating somebody, that person should be a priority in your life. If it's a situationship, or if it's a friends with benefits, or they come over every Thursday, no, that's fine. Like, y'all have an arrangement where y'all do your thing. But if you're dating somebody, they have to be a priority in your life. And if you run a business, your business is automatically a priority. So you got to hash that out, and you have to communicate. Communication is going to save you. My son has similar issues. He will only, when I say how, he will only do what he wants or is interested in, wants to opt out and rush assignments. SMH, how do we approach this? Tips for kids. So a good thing that you could do is figure out what he's motivated by, right? And reverse engineer and work towards that. So use his motivations to get him to do things, but you have to let him know that as he gets older, there's going to be things that he has to do that he cannot rush through. When he's going for his first job and you're filling out that W-9 or whatever, and they're talking about withholdings. That stuff is so confusing. He can't just be like, the IRS will come for him, right? So there's certain things that we don't like doing as adults that we have to take our time with. So you can slowly explain that to him and test him. And I love natural consequences. Like, let him do a certain assignment, but like low stakes. If he doesn't get it done, all right, he didn't get it done, so he's not able to go and do X, Y, and Z. Natural consequences, but not to like punish him and make him feel bad. Just to let him learn that, all right, son, in life we have to get certain things done, or if we don't get it done, like, we're gonna have to like account for that in some way. Narcissistic abuse is terrible. Recently diagnosed with CPTSD. And look, so I believe, in my opinion, that there's a strong link between CPTSD and growing up neurodivergent, right? And CPTSD, in short, is trauma over time. Like, PTSD is like a traumatic event that has shaken you and you haven't been able to get over it, right? And it's pervasive. It affects you. It affects your life. Like, it can get deep. CPTSD is not an official diagnosis, but it is a thing, and I do believe that it is legitimate. The chronic trauma over time is going to change you. And what happens is you learn to deal with the trauma, and it becomes a part of your life. It becomes a part of your being. And a lot of us who are neurodivergent, there's a big link with CPTSD, in my opinion.